Hey guys, and welcome to my stimulus package update and stimulus check update. Wow, I haven't said those words in so long. I want you guys to know that I missed you more than you missed me, and I'm happy I'm back here for you with another video just to give you my perspective on everything that's been going on.
Joe Manchin's now making headlines as he's realizing that Democrats might be able to pass the Build Back Better package, or the new Build Back Better package, which could be called Made in America. Without Joe Manchin, they might be able to do it with Republicans. You can see here, Joe Manchin just sketched out a new spending bill that can get his vote, potentially because they might be able to pass it without Joe Manchin, now that Republicans are potentially coming on board. This could be Biden's last shot to lock in a win with his economic agenda before the midterm elections, which are just later this year. So Joe Manchin's like, well, if Republicans are coming on board like Mitt Romney, that could be the 50th vote. I better hurry up and do this before the Democrats replace me. Joe Manchin, better hurry up and do that, right? So yeah, Joe Manchin's apparently on board, as you can see here, for a new spending bill. The spending bill that Biden, in theory, is crafting here, as he talked about on his new speech when he gave it the State of the Union. And Joe Manchin, in theory, is crafting a new bill as well. Neither of which have specifics yet. Biden talked about the new Made in America bill, which is going to be probably the Build Back Better Bill 2.0. Probably will be some new things in there. Nothing's in writing yet. And Joe Manchin says that he has some things in mind as well for his new stimulus package. One of the main things for Joe Manchin's stimulus package that he would like to see is to reduce the deficit. So he would like to see potentially, say, a $1.8 trillion stimulus package or $1.5 trillion stimulus package, but have it be more than paid for. More than paid for. So if Joe Manchin's stimulus package, say, is $1.5 trillion, he would like to have the pay-fors be $1.7 trillion, so that they could reduce the budget, reduce the deficit by couple $100 billion. So we'll take that $30 trillion deficit and we'll make it $29.8 trillion deficit. To me personally, that's not going to make a difference to anybody. I don't think that that's going to lower inflation. Just me personally, I don't think that the whole deficit clock. You can look this up here on this website, usdebtclock.org. and see kind of a real-time estimate of the U.S. national debt, $30 trillion here. This is just how much it costs to run the country. And you can't blame this on Trump or Biden or any previous president, because they've all added to it. You can see the cost of Medicare, the cost of Social Security, the cost of defense. $722 billion per year. And I mean, we need that. I mean, we need Medicare, we need Social Security, we need interest to pay for all this stuff, right? Everything. Remember that Trump added about $8 trillion to the debt in just 4 years. And I'm not knocking Trump, because Biden's probably going to do that as well. So I'm not knocking Biden either. In all fairness, it's just how much it costs to run the country and pay for all these things. So if you're going to spend that amount of money, you might as well help out your citizens and the people in need as well. They did send out 3 stimulus checks here in the past, however many months, right? And rent assistance and mortgage assistance and utility assistance and SNAP assistance. But honestly, there's 30.295, so we might as well say $30.3 trillion in national debt. Is it going to make a difference if it goes from 30.3 trillion to 30.1 trillion? Is that going to make any of you guys sleep better at night? Does anybody here think that that is going to reduce inflation? I don't. I don't. That's just my personal thought. If anybody here thinks that that is different, I mean, we can have a difference of opinion. That's perfectly okay. But if you look at this number is literally climbing by the second. By the second. So for them to make a dent here in this, they have to do not just like a one-time package that's going to reduce something. They have to do like inflationary policies. Inflationary. Look at this clock just running here by the second. This is just how much it costs to run our country, guys. It's and one could almost argue that in 1990, this is my thing I always say here. In 1990, this was about 3 or 4 trillion. Now it's 30 trillion. So in 20 or 30 more years, this is going to be like 50 or 60 trillion. One could almost say that this number doesn't really matter. It's almost a fictionary number because the U.S. prints money. So again, 62% of people didn't pay federal taxes last year. And if 62% of people are not paying federal taxes, we're not talking about state taxes or sales taxes or anything. Taxes are at an all-time low. Okay? So, I mean, if taxes are at or near an all-time low, I mean, the government doesn't seem to be worried about taking in tax revenue. Corporations are, I mean, they're trying to raise taxes on corporations and wealthy people, which they may do. That could affect the deficit, but it's just, you know, inflation is more of a function on reducing or raising interest rates and supply chains and the price on gas, the price on cars, not necessarily the debt, because as you see here, the debt is just going up regardless. Anti-inflationary policies are a little bit different. And if it's rising that much anyways, you might as well help the people. Helping the people that live and breathe and do the working and the struggling and the breathing in this country every day, you might as well take some of that money and use it to help the people. Because that money is being spent anyways, right? Am I right? So at least they have actually done the right thing. Both Biden and Trump have sent out stimulus checks, have sent out rent assistance, have sent out mortgage assistance, have sent out utility assistance. States are sending out stimulus checks right now, utility assistance, more and more stimulus programs, SNAP assistance, extra pandemic assistance, pandemic EBT assistance. So thankfully, they are sending out all this extra assistance here that actually, without the pandemic, wouldn't even be going out. So by and large, there is a lot of this extra stuff that's going out here. But this next stimulus package, hopefully they can get it passed this year. Hopefully there's stimulus checks in there, but also additional things like reducing the cost of prescription drug pricing for the long term, forever, because that would be a more so than a stimulus check one time or something like that, but it would reduce the cost of prescription drugs for like 100+ million people forever. Reducing the cost of that forever, very, very big thing. Reducing the cost of things like childcare and pre-K forever. Okay, when you do something like that and you reduce the cost of something forever, that's like a stimulus that continues to go on. Reducing the cost or adding in benefits like hearing, dental, and vision into Medicare. Those are benefits that are added in at not just one time. I don't know why those are not in there for the majority of seniors, but those need to be in there for all seniors, okay? They need to get that changed. And Bernie Sanders has been pushing for that, and they need to make a change on that. And hearing, dental, and vision needs to be covered for all seniors on Medicare, Medicaid, and all these additional benefits. And it's a lot of these different things. And same thing with paid family and medical leave. We're the only first world country to not have that. But yet, we're supposed to be the greatest country in the world, But when a mother goes to give birth on a Friday, if she doesn't work at a really good company that has paid family and medical leave, which very few countries have, she's expected to go back to work on Monday after she just gave birth. Or if you catch the virus, if you don't have sick days, you're expected to go back to work the next day, which you can't do because you have to quarantine, and people can't afford to miss work. There's no paid family and medical leave or sick leave. If they pass that in this next stimulus package, the government would pay for that. Think about how many people have gotten sick and had to miss work and didn't get paid for it. That's what I'm saying. There's so many different stimulus policies that are in or would be in Build Back Better. It's going to be changed a little bit now, that would create these different type of programs that would pay paid family and medical leave. Would literally, the government would pay you when you need this paid family and medical leave, would pay for childcare and pre-K, would reduce the cost of prescription drug pricing. All these different things, right? They put money in your pocket in one way or another. There's a lot of different things here that really need to be done. And Joe Manchin says he's on board with this new version of the stimulus package here, finally. And it just needs to be more than paid for, and we'll have to see what it's going to be all about. So the good news is here, Joe Manchin says he's on board with a new stimulus package here. So we'll have to see what it's going to end up being.
Alright guys, this is all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really missed you. Hopefully I'll see you here again very, very soon. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on everything we talked about here in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos for you. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.